Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is 4x4 day. It's April the 4th, so it's 404 day. It is National Jeep Day and 4x4 Day, International Carrot Day, International Day for Mine Awareness and Assistance of Mine Action. So for miners, I think. Also, International Rock Beat Day. I don't know what that is. Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. I like that. We haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
National School Librarian Day. National Vitamin C Day. Rally. What is it here? No, National Walk Around Things Day. Ramen Noodle Day. Not rally. Where did I get rally? What else do we have here? Tell a Lie Day. Or
Wow.
is it? Am I lying? And World Rat Day. All of those things happening. And it is a Thursday, which means we have a Dear John letter. And this one's about a couple, some high school sweethearts that have been married for a long time. It doesn't say which class reunion, but they have a class reunion coming up. In the past, they paid for a lot of stuff. This year, they don't want to, and they're kind of feeling bad. Well, he is, but it doesn't sound like she is. We'll chat all about it. You can see the details and chime in at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
with bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. This may not come as much as a surprise to everybody, but nearly 3 in 5 workers believe the traditional system of working 9 to 5 on weekdays is outdated. A survey of 2,000 employed Americans shows that many agree that several accepted aspects of work, like the hours, 54% thought that was not quite right, how much people are paid, the need for modernization, or they're saying that all of this stuff needs to be modernized. They found that the Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 work week, they think that is like outdated. What do you think?
I think it would be nice to have more time with your family, but
I think it's good to have options,
I
too.
think a lot of people just don't want to work.
67% believe that the usual pay period once or twice a month is outdated. 64% of employees said they'd like to be paid weekly. 19% said, I'd like to be paid daily.
Well, we would all like to be paid
More
we
and
would all
more
like
often.
to work 2 days a week and make exactly and make more than what we were
There you
making
go.
before.
Sign me
Everybody
up for
would
that,
like to
too.
do that, but it's not
Yeah,
practical.
probably not. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know shortly before the Major League Baseball season got underway, the Miami Marlins released a list of the musical instruments allowed in their park? So apparently fans are permitted to bring tambourines, congas, trumpets, and some but not all types of cowbells. The team's guidelines specify that the cowbell percussion instrument is okay, but additional cowbell styles may be denied entry. So I didn't know this was an issue.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Apparently.
I've not been to a ball game, any ball game, not even Little League, anything, in years. It's been how many years since we've gone to a ball game?
Oh,
What do you-
geez.
5, maybe 10? We should probably get out more. We're not real big sports people, but we had
No.
some friends that like to go, and then we would go with them. And for us, we weren't there for the sports. We were there for all the other fun stuff.
We were there for the food, and
There
now
you
we're
go.
on diets. We can't even have the food.
But
so
anyway,
there's no reason for me to
When I did
go.
I did not bring a trombone, so I don't know if that's on the list or not. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Tim Allen's home improvement star, Patricia Richardson, is calling him out because he hinted about a revival of the 90s sitcom. Back in November, he was on a program, and he was saying, we're kind of maybe looking at a little something to do here. And anyway, she said, nobody's talked to me. And she said, I've talked to Jonathan Thomas Taylor, and nobody's talked to him. And there's some other people, Zachary Ty Bryan, who's apparently had some legal issues, and Tara Noah Smith, who hasn't been in anything since the show ended. She's like, there's a lot of people involved in that haven't heard anything about this. Maybe the revival wouldn't include them. I don't know. I'm just saying, because it could very much be he got divorced and, here's what he did after.
He moved to a new town and he's got all new friends.
I have no idea. And Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, blew past box office expectations. It was projected for an opening weekend in the low 50 million range. Well, they did about 80 million instead. So they did very, very well. Several movies right now doing very well. Ghostbusters still doing very well. So anyway, a lot of stuff to see apparently on the big screen. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A study found that men are most physically fit at age 27. What would you say? We were married when I was 27. Was I most physically fit then?
No.
When was I most physically fit?
Probably before you met me.
Way before you. I don't know. I saw pictures.
No, and I certainly wasn't the most fit at that age either.
I was in pretty good shape at 27. I didn't let myself go till I was in my 30s.
I don't think so.
And then I really let myself go in my 40s. All right. Is the founder of Instagram a selfie-made millionaire, do you think?
Oh, wow.
No. And according to some experts, the plank exercise is a waste of time. You know what that is?
Yeah, I
It's
know
where
what
you just
planks
plank.
are. Yeah.
So apparently they're going, that's
Doesn't
not,
do anything for you.
Apparently not, according to some experts. Now, the plank experts out there think it's great. Now, I'm going to end with this. Millions of people in North America are going to be able to see a rare solar eclipse next Monday. But the question is, should they? Without proper eye protection? The answer is no. According to Dr. Philip Hooper,
I think everybody knows this already, right? I mean,
I don't know. I'm going to just make sure we do our part to help.
Okay.
Dr. Philip Hooper, president of the Canadian Ophthalmological Society, did you think I said that right? I think I might have, reminds us that the intense brightness of the sun normally triggers pain that causes us to look away. But as the moon starts to block the sun during like a solar eclipse or a total eclipse, whatever, we probably don't feel that pain, so it's possible to look at it long enough to do a bunch of damage to your eyes and not realize you're doing that. He compares the effects on your eye to using magnifying glass to burn a piece of paper on a sunny day. Not something you want to mess with. Neither sunglasses or windows or even a camera phone or any other thing offers eye protection. The good doctor, who is also an associate professor on ophthalmology at Western University in London, cautions that to watch it safely, you'll need special certified safety glasses designed specifically for looking at the eclipse. They have special filters. They must have side protection as well. Otherwise, it could just get in on the sides. Free eclipse viewing glasses are available at many libraries, city offices, and schools. It says wearing the glasses should not be, while wearing the glasses, you shouldn't be able to see anything except for the sun. So they'll completely block things out. I'm going to just not stare at the sun. That's my plan. I've done that now almost 50 years. I think I can handle another day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
And I was overruled on creating a new Dear John theme song.
That was horrifying.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Heidi was like, seriously? You're kidding me, right?
That was
Is this
awful.
April Fool's Day? Is that what's going on here? Anyway, so sorry we don't have a new Dear. I announced a couple weeks ago I was working on that, and I thought it was pretty awesome.
No, I like our current thing.
Heidi doesn't like it at all. All right, here we go. Dear John, My husband and I were high school sweethearts. Our class reunion is this summer. Apparently, our class is dead broke. 10 years ago, my husband and I went to the reunion. At that time, we were doing really well, so we ended up paying for some things that the class could not afford. I've been asked to do that again, but our situation has changed. My husband is a little too proud to admit that, so he thinks that we should find a way to help again. I think we need to just let them know that we're not even planning to attend this one, and we'd like to pass on this wink, wink opportunity to give them a few $1,000s. The lady in charge of the reunion is a bit of a gossip, so I'm sure the word will spread, but it's not our obligation. I have no fear of saying no, but I also don't want to emasculate my husband. He thinks we need to step up and help the class. What do you think? Is there a way to do this without anybody feeling bad? Should we just pay the money and save face? Signed, Classy Classmates. All right, Heidi.
Absolutely not. No way. If you're broke and if people want to gossip about you, well, then all those gossips can step up and pay for it.
And that's, I think that we're kind of on the same page on this. And I know where your husband is coming from, because I kind of feel like I'm cut from the same cloth as him. I'm the kind of guy that's going, I want to help. And it's not because I'm too proud to not help. But if you're the kind of person who steps up and helps, you like to step up and help. I get that. But if you guys are in a situation where maybe that's not the right thing to do, don't feel bad about not doing that.
No, and somebody else can step up. If other people are talking about you, well, then where's your money?
Yeah.
And you got to quit worrying about what other people think. It does not matter, especially people from high school, because how often do you see any of these people? Who cares?
You know what this reminds me of? There was an episode of I Love Lucy. Do you remember? We just watched it not too long ago. Our daughter is a huge fan of the TV show I Love Lucy. Our daughter's in her 20s. She shouldn't even know what that is, but she found it. And now she watches that. And do you remember there was one where, was it for a class reunion? It was something like that.
I don't remember what it was for.
There was a thing where Lucy got a call from a lady, and this lady wanted to come, and we were asking for some money, and this lady was very well-to-do, and she was expecting everybody, they're all giving money. She said, "Can I put you down for $5?" And Lucy was like, "Yeah, that's fine." She was thinking $5.
It was 5,000. 500.
Then the lady shows up. And she's like, Ethel was like, "Well, I'll give you $5 as well." And she's like, "Oh, that's so wonderful." And it's this very snooty lady. And then she was asking for a check for $500. And both of them were trying to figure out, how do I tell you?
Yeah.
I can't afford $500.
No.
And that was like, what, 1950s maybe is when I Love Lucy came out? $500, that's
I
still
never
a lot of money even
understood
today.
the need for people to be appreciated by former classmates from high school. Don't get it.
Guess how many class reunions Heidi has gone to?
Not a single
Zero.
one.
Although we did go to an unofficial class reunion.
Right, we went to something one
It was
summer.
so funny because there was a guy coming in, and I was like, "Hey," and I'm asking like, "What's your science teacher's name?" And what's this? And he comes walking in. What was his first name?
Corey.
I'm like, "Corey, how you doing, man?" And he's like, "I'm good." And he's looking at me like, "Who the heck is this guy?" And I was like, "Man, I used to sit next to you in Miss So-and-so's class." He's like, "Oh, yeah. And he's trying to figure out who I am. And we chat a little bit. And then finally he's like, "I'm trying to figure out what your name is." I'm like, "I'm John Small. I'm Heidi's husband. We've never met before." So it was so funny. And everybody around us thought it was funny. And even he thought it was funny. Now he and I are friends on Facebook. So. Anyway, if you would like help saying no, Heidi will gladly help
I will
you.
say no for you.
But let's go through the questions here. I have no fear of saying no, but I don't want to emasculate my husband. I don't think this is emasculating.
This is not
somebody.
emasculation.
And if they're asking you, they're not asking him, or maybe they're asking both of you. It just says that they're asking her. He thinks we need to step up and help the class. And maybe the two of you agree on an amount. If you say, "Hey, we'll do this much, but we're not going to do more than that." Is there any way to do this without anyone feeling bad? That I would say, if you guys need this many $1,000, there's this many people in the class. You do simple math.
Yeah.
Here's my $25.
Nobody's feelings.
Even if we can't make it, we're still going to do that. Everybody wants to chip in.
Feelings do not matter in this situation. Your home finances are what matters.
If you would like to chime in, you can do so at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
At at bettercreditcards.com.
BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The first baseball caps were made of straw. Did we already talk about this? I feel as though I mentioned that to you. Maybe that's been a while ago. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Putting your phone in airplane mode will stop ads while playing games. Oh, that's a good idea.
I didn't know that.
I'm going to start doing that. You know when I play games, though? When I'm on an airplane. I don't have time any other time. So that's probably why I've never really had many ads. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The correct English translation for Jesus is Joshua. So if you were going to translate that name from its original name to the name to its English version, Joshua. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The fat Buddha statue in pictures is inaccurate. The real Buddha was very skinny because of self-deprivation. Oh, that's interesting. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Shakira was rejected from her elementary choir because her teacher said she sounds like a goat.
Oh, my.
Well, she apparently improved as she got older. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years, and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 20% of singles say they're looking for someone who is passionate about this. What is it? 20% of singles are looking for someone who's passionate about this.
Finances.
No. Food. They're looking for somebody who's a foodie. If you're a foodie.
Yeah, we found each other, and it doesn't necessarily work out super well.
I'm passionate about food, and you're passionate about cooking, so it's a good thing. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Voters in Texas might be able to decide in the upcoming U.S. presidential election to vote for literally anybody else. Yeah, a math teacher has legally changed his name to, quote, literally anybody else, end quote, with the intention of running for president as an independent. 35-year-old man, previously known as Dustin Ebby, had his name legally changed to emphasize his discontent. Oh, discontent. Okay. I'm going to just sound it out, John. You can do this with the current candidates, writing that Americans want something different and better. He also secured that literallyanybodyelse.com domain name. Oh, nice. And he's selling campaign shirts. Which it all started as a joke, by the way. He was doing this as a joke.
If this guy gets elected, is he qualified to run the country?
But he's qualified. He's 35, so he's old enough. He meets the minimum requirements.
Right, but if people are marking this box as a joke, not knowing who this guy is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he gets elected.
Well, he's only on in one state. So,
okay.
It has become a serious campaign now to get his name on the ballot. He's currently, I think, potentially only going to be on one. I don't know that he's going to be on even that one for sure. I don't know. Anyway, it's weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. While it is true these days, it's hard to go anywhere without seeing hand sanitizer available. There are far more sinister sources of germs than doorknobs and handrails. Scientists warn of 7 common spots where bacteria is that we don't even think about it. And these are apparently even worse than like a toilet seat, according to science.
Okay.
So number 7, pet toys. So if you got a toy for your pets, they're chewing on it. And
I've never
germs.
thought of those.
Yeah. 6, self-checkout screens.
Oh.
I've got more details on all of these. I'm going to just hit the headlines, though. 5, handbags. And it's because a lot of the time they get set on the floor. Mm-hmm. So your purse, your handbag, you set on the floor, and then you set it on the counter when you get in the kitchen. Don't do that. 4, soda water, fountain soda water. So like the water lines that you're getting that water from, apparently that's a source of bacteria. 3, water bottles. If you reuse your water bottle, apparently they get moldy and yucky and people don't clean them nearly as much as they should. 2, kitchen sponges. And number 1 is smartphones. Again, far more detail if you want to read the list. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of radiosavings.com. Here's your quote today from B. Birdsong. B. Birdsong says, "It is useless to try to hold a person to anything he says while he's madly in love, drunk, or running for office." Yeah, I could agree with that. If you're madly in love, you'll say anything or do anything. What do you want me to do? Yes, I'll do that. If you're drunk, yeah, you'll definitely. And if you're running for office, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Quote of the day, courtesy of B. Birdsong, comes your way thanks to our good friends at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of genesisgoldira.com. And we've talked about this, but if you go to that website, you'll see a photo of my beautiful bride over here, Heidi. I'm on there too. You won't even notice me because, I mean, if I'm next to her, how would you notice me? You're
Oh
not
my
gonna notice me.
gosh.
Again, genesisgoldira.com. Over here is what I've been looking for. I'm trying to click this, and it's not been. All right, here we go. So this is from British Columbia, where the SPCA rescued 300 cats from an overwhelmed owner. That's a lot of cats. Yeah, they embarked on a massive rescue operation.
300? Is that what you said?
Taking in nearly 300 cats from one single property.
Holy cow.
The cats are well cared for despite the overwhelming circumstances. Says we're in need of immediate assistance after the Guardian, Bruce Robinson, expressed his struggle in managing the growth of the feline population.
You think?
Robinson, described as a man with a big heart, found himself inundated with cats after people in the community started dropping off one or two at a time during COVID. And this guy was a nice enough guy to say, yeah, I'll do this. With limited resources and unable to afford to spay and neuter these cats, well, one thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
And all of a sudden, we had a lot of cat weddings, we'll just say. Despite his best efforts, he reached a breaking point, unable to provide the necessary care for the beloved feline companions. He said, I love every single one of them. He highlighted his desire to ensure the cats found a safe home and a loving home. However, the situation was just untenable for Robinson. He sacrificed his own well-being, even going without food himself to ensure these cats had enough to eat. Recognizing the urgent need for intervention, he reached out to the British Columbia SPCA for assistance. Finding suitable indoor spaces to accommodate such a large number of animals presents a significant hurdle, but the organization remains steadfast in their commitment and welfare for these feline friends. So it is pretty crazy. That's a lot. Says they're being treated and transported and made sure that everything's all good, and then they'll be up for adoption. So anybody's looking for a cat, there's 300 cats. That's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats.
And yeah, that is it's nice of the guy that he was stepping up to help, but at a certain point, like, hey, yeah, he's got too many, and that's kind of where he was at. So I'm glad that that was the decision they made, that they were going to help instead of, coming in and doing something bad. So that's good. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.